Okay, so we're back again. We're drawing the next part here. Now we're going to jump over and we're going to draw part number 8, the spacer. Looking at this part, we've given a sectional view of it, and it shows me that it's made up of two separate pieces. There's essentially a pipe that goes around a stud that goes through the center. Okay, so you can see that the pipe has been sectioned. Studs and bolts and nuts, well, they don't get sectioned. They don't get the section lines through them. So I can see clearly two different pieces here. What is it telling me? It tells me that there is a 12mm diameter round mild steel bar, 150 long. That's this bit through the center. And that it has a metric 12mm M12, 20mm long thread on each end. So that's 20mm long, M12 thread to fit a nut at both ends. On the outside of it, we have a 12mm diameter pipe going 100mm long, but it doesn't give me a wall thickness of the pipe. Just looking at this thing, look, that's a 12mm plate. It's got a really hefty sheave pulley there. This is the sort of thing you'd see on the front of like a big crane truck driving around town that have the big 8 wheels and no suspension, and if they ran over you, that'd be curtains. So that's the hook and the pulley that go on the front of one of those. So I'm going to make this a 5mm thick wall. Okay, so I need to draw two parts here. Right, back to Inventor. I've got one part already drawn. I have saved it, so I can minimize that one. I don't need it anymore. I'm going to pop up to New again, standard millimeter. Pardon me. I'm just going to maximize that in my screen area. Now, drawing. I'm going to stick with drawing on my XY plane, and I'm going to draw a circle. Now, this is going to be the stud, 12mm diameter. Finish my sketch. Extrude this thing, 150 long. Okay. Now I need to put a thread on it. So luckily I've got a thread command up here. So we go to the thread. What face do I want to put a thread on? That face. No, it doesn't go the full length. The length of the thread needed to be, remember back, 20mm. And apply. Now the reason I clicked apply and not OK is I'll show you this time. Face, it's automatically put on the other end. It's remembered 20mm. If I click OK, this box will disappear because it's saying, yes, I have done the thread I need to do. I don't need to do any more. On the other side of the coin, apply says, apply that one. I have more to do. So I have no more. That's that one done. There needs to be a little bit of a chamfer on the end here. So I can use my chamfer command. And 2mm is huge. Let's just go with 1mm chamfer. Which edges? It'll pick those edges up. There's one, here's two. And again, okay, I don't need to do any more. Pretty happy with that. Now, if I look back and read my thing, it says that that was 12mm diameter, round mild steel bar. So let's change the material to be mild steel again. There we are. It's in mild steel. Go up to File, Save As. And this is, now I'm going to say 8A because it's one of the parts that makes up part 8, the spacer, all right, as a sub-assembly. As an individual part, I'm going to call this the spacer stud. Okay, so I can save that one. There's a little blip when it's done. There we go. All right, that one's done. I can minimize that one. So you see it's starting to build a library of parts here. So New again, standard millimeter IPT, maximize. Stick with that same plane. All right, a circle. Now the inside of this tube for the 12mm stud, it says 12mm pipe. Let's give it a little bit of clearance. Not a lot. Let's just give it 0.5 mm, 0.5. 12.5. Now I said I wanted to do a 5mm wall. There's a couple of ways. I could draw a second circle, and I can then dimension from one circle to the next and say that wall needs to be 5mm. Happy days. I could say in my head, well, okay, 5mm means 10 mils, that means it needs to be 22.5, or I could use this offset tool, identify that one, it'll start to draw a new circle automatically centered on the original, and I just tell it 5mm. All of those work. All of those work. Extrude this one. Now, there's two profiles here. Which profile do I want to extrude? How far do I need to extrude it? 100. And I'm going to assign it the material. The material is mild steel again. Where am I? Steel mild. And we need to save that one. Save as. Now this is going to be 8B because it's the second one. And we can call it the spacer sleeve. Oops. The spacer sleeve. All right, save that one. Happy days, all saved. All right, have a crack at those two if you're following along. Otherwise, just forward on to the next video and have a look at what we're drawing next. Hooray.